Welcome to this tarot reading, this fun little pick a card we're going to do today related to what will support you right now. What will support you right now? I'm excited to share with you about La Dolce Vita Retreat by the beautiful Coherence Retreat group. They have a beautiful variety of retreats, and this one specifically is this summer, and there's only a couple of spots left, and I feel so called to share this with you because these are sweet souls, some of whom I've already connected to in such a rich way, and I'm excited to see this beautiful opportunity before you. And if this resonates for you, I would say jump before the opportunity slips away. So I already drew 3 cards from the Black and White Truth Oracle deck by yours truly. And the first card for pile number 1, here's the first card. You're inspiring those who see your journey. So the energy check-in, if this feels like this might be your pile, like you're walking a path right now that is it's being witnessed. You are being watched. People are learning from you. Pile number 2 is, what do you really feel like doing right now? Pile 2, if this resonates for you, the energy check-in for this card has to do with tuning in. Make time to be by yourself, to tune in to exactly what you get to do right now. And pile number 3, and obviously we're going to go further with this. Pile number 3 is, what can you transmute? What uncomfortable thing do you get to transmute right now to help you, support you, encourage you, turn it into motivation? So again, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And there was your energy check-in. And I'll begin with pile number 1. And I'm going to let you be with this card for a moment, because the first thing that your eye is drawn to is going to be informative to you right now. So I'm going to let that be with you. And for me, the first thing my eye was drawn to was the stars. There's alignment in the stars. And when I say that, I mean timing. The stars help us actually register the seasons. That's why we use them to help us make decisions to do certain things at certain times. Astrology, right? It's this geometrical, mathematical process that we get to see alongside with psychology, alongside with ancient psychology, as I call it, the tune into why did the kings and queens, right, go to the astrologers to check in about performing a war, or was it a great time to have this celebration, or plant the seeds, right? When is it time to plant the seeds? All these things. So what's going to support you right now, pile number 1, is tuning into your astrology. Perhaps it's a great time to get an astrology reading. Perhaps it's a great time to check in with a friend who knows something about astrology, right? Or you can get on YouTube and listen to a video that's going to share some things about what's alive astrologically right now and what wave can you catch. Because so what if the astrology is there? If you're not ready to catch the wave, nothing's going to happen for you. You've got to take the action, right? So it's about being ready. And that helps you get ready. That helps you paddle out on the board and catch that wave. So you're in a season right now where people are witnessing you, they're watching you, and there's something really, there's something you're doing that is inspiring them. It's creating motivation for others. And so check in with your astrology right now, because it's going to support you. I'm going to pull from the tarot, but that feels so exciting. Wow, the first card out. I'm actually going to bring the camera down to the table so you can look at these. So you can look at all this super carefully for yourself and tune in as well and see what comes up for you too. Really check that out. Bam. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got the King of Cups, which with that being right here as the first card that comes out, it feels like you're very grounded emotionally, or you have the opportunity to do so. But honestly, I feel like more of you are here that are grounded, and I think this is a big reason why people are watching you. It's that we're not used to, as a collective society, seeing people very grounded. We're used to seeing people dealing with so many different things, or perhaps maybe not even dealing with it. Wow, you've got some intense cards coming out. I'm just gonna keep pulling and see what's super alive here. Whoa, okay. This is just a really punctuated season for you. This is a season where things are really turning and changing, because you keep getting a bunch of major arcana. And now, wow, this feels like the supportive energy. Wow, this is, okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some of you are starting a new business, and so that's why so many things are coming out. This is crazy. Okay, those I'm putting together, and these I'm putting here. There's a reason I'm keeping it in this order. It's just like, that's what I felt as things come out. I also want to check the bottom of the deck here for you. Creativity, that's the big word I'm getting with this bottom of the deck energy right now. I swear, some of you are actually starting some businesses, or if you're starting a business or you already have one, you're actually taking action on some of the things that you've got to get the ball rolling on. This, wow. And some of you, this is like school, like you're pivoting in school, or you're coming into a new season in school. And with your career, that's really cool. And some of you, yeah, it's just like a whole career shift. There's a massive career shift coming in. So apply it as it applies to you. But when all the actions you're taking are delivering, you're literally delivering inspiration to other people. You're doing things that other people are witnessing. So that's really fascinating. You're very grounded in it. No kidding. Like these two cards together, the King of Cups and the Emperor, the embodiment of all the kings. He rules the realm of emotions, and he rules the realms. The realms. With the Strength card, you have a whole, I think this is a big reminder to you right now that you have the availability of strength at levels you have not remembered in a very long time. Whether to you that means lifetimes, or to you that means in a very long time in this life. This is pretty epic. It feels very like, it feels like a massive remembrance of who you are, like another layer of who you are. I understand that will be a lifetime journey. But this is fun to recognize you're in this moment where there's even more coming about with that. There's this really big encouragement that will support you right now. This will really support you to actually be in moments of rest. And I really feel like the very beginning of the day gets to be the time that gives you the most insights. That time in the morning, give yourself that time to be in the insights, to be with your journal, to be with your, perhaps it's your planner, whatever it is that allows you to like tune into the day, tune into your body, check in. Maybe for some of you, that's actually like a yoga practice you have in the morning, you know, whatever it is, movement practice, whatever it is in the morning, breath work practice. Take some time to tune in with yourself and receive clarity on what's next. The other thing it feels like is you're ready to take action on your passions. You are so backed up by the lion energy. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like this big D energy. You've got the big destiny energy with you. Let's go. And I mean that in both of the ways that you could imagine, right? With your D and your and your destiny. Like, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Let's be with the testosterone, right? That's in all of us. So yeah, like let's pick up the momentum, take action. This is a big action card. So yeah, rest, tune in, Then take action in the day towards the things you're planning on. And I'm going to make this really practical for you. If you have not put shit down on the calendar, put it on the freaking calendar. Get it on there so that you can make a decision date on when you're going to have this accomplished, this part done, and this part done. So like, just go ahead and start now. Just start that today, whatever that is. And then put on the calendar the date you'd like to have it accomplished by. And let's give it a middle date where you've got a part of it already ready to go. And something else, another idea to do is to tell other people about it. Just like put it out there. Have some people be your support system. They can help you get over the fence, right? They can't do it for you, but they can help you get over that fence. So tell them about the thing you're going to do. Allow other people to know what you're doing so that you have this form of like, oh shit, I have to do it. I made it public, right? And the more people you tell, the more public you make it. Fuck yeah, that's exactly what's going to help you out. Now I'm going to move on to this section because this is telling me it's going to take some time. You get to be patient. You get to recognize how the moon and the sun are both supporting what you're doing. And when I say that, I literally mean like the yin and the yang. I mean the black and the white. I mean the good and the bad, right? Like everything is actually supporting you. Are you going to be able to tune into that? Are you going to be able to be with that? It's actually totally happening. It's just going to take its time. We've got the pentacles again. I mean, it's the same thing, same shit, different flavor, right? Different scent, but it's the same. You are going to take action. It's going to be slower and it's going to change everything. It's literally this tower. I feel it so much so it's going to change everything. And there's a big component of this creativity underlying in all of this energy. And that's why I think the morning is so important for you to tune in and then take the action and create your action step plan, right? Break it down step by step and then put some dates down when you want things to be accomplished. I'm going to give you an example right now. In December, it became really clear to me that it was time to actually create some of my artwork and put it into print. I've already done that with the Black and White Truth Oracle, but this is more of a digital fun product, right? And even though yes, it's a physical product, but my art that I played with was more digital. Now I'm working with actual paintbrush and colors and watercolor, right? And I'm bringing that to you guys in product form. And so you'll see as that comes along. So yeah, it's exciting. And I now, interestingly enough, I have to set down a couple of dates. I do have some for March, but like that's all I said was March. Well, now I actually have to put a date on it. Lourdes, okay, when is that date? March what? And that's what I'm going to sit with and plan now. Literally today, I'm going to do that. So interesting that like this is coming through here. I'm like, oh my God, that cracks me up. I'm like, awesome. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, that's like that one little factor of pulling in your dates. It creates the like, oh, okay. And if let's say that date comes and you're not quite ready, cool. Then readjust, make it to be 3 days later, but do not push it out to 2 weeks. We're talking about like, make it extremely realistic and keep it close to where you were because you're continuing to create that shift, right? And perhaps something happened that was completely out of your control and you had to shift it. Again, giving you an example, it took me 4 years to make this happen. 4 years for the Black and White Truth Oracle to happen because I was putting the effort behind it, but then there were, I was trying to make it in China and it wasn't meant to be, it was meant to be made in the US. And so how cool is that? And everything just happened and I kept persisting. I didn't give up on it, which is really powerful. So yeah, this pile is so clearly like what's going to support you right now are these details. They're so clear. They're so obvious that like, this is what's alive right now. You are really inspiring people that are watching you. So let's say your business has to do with helping other people. Like they're going to come to you and be like, we're ready for you. Like it looks like you're ready for us. Like, let's go, let's rock and roll. To be honest with you, I even have clients that have not even been done setting up their projects yet. And people were already ready for it. Whether that was coaching or that was making, they wanted the program they were working on or they wanted whatever they were getting ready to offer, like they were ready before the offer was ready. So yeah, that's what's so much fun to just like do it, don't hold back. So that's the big overarching message here. The other thing I want to share with you is this really powerful reminder that like, start with that first step. Let's go. Just take the action step and start today. What can you do today? Maybe that's literally planning, get your journal, get your planner and write out what you're going to plan for that week. What are my next steps? And yeah, if you feel called to work with me, let's get on a discovery call and let's connect and see what I could do to support your intuition development, because that helps you actually make really excellent, solid investments. It allows you to be the innovator, and it allows you to really be and bring in clarity. So with that in mind, I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you for being here. And do leave a comment, drop a comment on like what resonated for you and what's alive right now. You're like, what? Like, Lourdes, how did you call that out? It's so much fun to observe these things. Every time I choose to pick a card on YouTube, it's mind-blowing to me to see like what it is that's coming in next, and is so on point. It's just like, are you kidding me? Like, thank you for that. I needed that reminder. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna now move on to pile number 2. And tune in for you. And if you had the what do you really feel like doing right now, this is the energy of something coming in that's there's more that wants to come from you, and you're holding yourself back. And maybe you don't feel like it. Sometimes you're like, well, what the heck? I've already been like, you know, believing in myself, doing the thing. But maybe you just don't feel so supported by life. So how can you switch up that energy? And so there's something about your passions you're tuning back into. Something for you to take action on that you've held off. And this is funny because this resonates for me as for a while I held off on showing up on YouTube. I wasn't feeling it, but there was this whole part of me that knew, like, I knew what I had to do, but it was so interesting, and I trusted it. But what's going to support you right now is actually tuning in and taking some action. So I'm going to bring the camera down so you could see all of this. I'm going to start pulling some cards here. And we had a whole set jump out. Okay, I even felt like looking at the bottom of the deck, so she's already out there, and you already have a queen and a king out. Okay, you already have a queen and a king out. Awesome. This is pretty fun. Now, the annoying thing is this lighting situation. So let me do a little bit of shifting, you guys. Let's shift for a moment. You're gonna be glad that I did. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Because here, you've got sandwiched in between this a really beautiful reciprocity energy. Wow. A lot of reciprocity, what you are giving and what you are receiving. So there's this opportunity to tune into that. And I feel like it has to do, interestingly enough, with words and with some physical things. So I know that sounds extremely general, but sit with that for a moment. What have you said about things that you have or things that you want? And where can you bring a meeting of those two things together? So for example, some of you, you're looking to build, whether it's your closet or like your wardrobe, right? Or is it your tools for your business, tools for your career? In other words, some of you are thinking about like a new program you want to join or a new class you want to take at university, right? Or perhaps it's some opportunity that's going to build your skill sets. That's what it feels like. And some of them are going to require some physical materials, and some of them are going to require you to level up your speaking abilities, your ability to communicate, to bring forth ideas. So wow, this is really freaking cool. And there's this really excellent, strong component of teamwork. A really strong component of teamwork. Super fascinating pile number 2. Wow. Please leave in the comments, like, what are you working on right now? This is really freaking cool. And what's gonna support you is tuning into this give and the receive. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna explain this, and I've said it so many times on this channel. Talking about the give and the take is a very different energy. We've been programmed to do that shit. And it's time to like close the chapter on that and open up a new one with the give and the receive. Breath is such an excellent example. Your breath. You breathe in, you exhale, and you inhale, right? You inhale is that receive. The exhale is what you are giving. And if you could be in the beautiful, calm, delicious energy of that, every relationship like that feels the most expansive. You feel like you're accomplishing things at a whole nother level. That's something I keep tuning into with my own business and my friends and all of this, right? Love, relationships is all about that give and the receive. Because it's going to feel as natural as your breath. And if it doesn't, something's really off and it gets to be communicated. So sit with and contemplate on the give and the receive. And how can you be really open to receiving? And how can you give in the most natural way where it isn't exhausting your resources? And part of that is about you giving back to yourself, right? And so like if that's building up your skill sets, excellent. There's another thing that's coming through for me with the material stuff. And I feel like telling you don't go cheap on your tools. Like if you feel like this is a really important investment, actually go in with this, like believe in yourself and invest in yourself with that. With the king energy there, that's a big investment energy. That is big investment energy. So yeah, like whatever that you're considering and thinking about, like it feels like it's go time. But you really get to tune in and check, like, is it for you? Because there's times we'll hold ourselves back. And I'm gonna give you an example from two different beautiful artists that I have recently connected to and learned that they were in architecture and engineering, and instead what was trying to come through them and for them to make the most money that they couldn't even have imagined was through art. And they actually took the steps to transition into that, and it opened up another world for them. And you're never gonna know if you just hold yourself back and think, oh, well, you know, that's not gonna make me money. Well, if that's all you're about, then yeah, you're gonna be stuck with what you're doing. If you'd like to make a change, it's gonna be uncomfortable, and you could slowly make that change over time. But yeah, like what can you do to pursue that thing that you feel really called to pursue and it doesn't leave you alone? It's nagging you. It really feels like you're being nagged at this time in the best of ways. Let me see what else wants to come through in the black and white truth oracle. Oh, well, that was 3 things. Okay. You're the phoenix rising from it all. Like if you didn't already know that, but just the reminder, don't stop, okay? If you need any more confirmation on what's gonna support you right now. And you have remember, there's something in you already that wants to be remembered. Your cells have many information. Your DNA has a lot of info in it, and you just get to recall it. It's incredible, but you can't do that if you don't tune in. And I'm gonna encourage you very, 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 very strongly on something I feel so called to say right now, because I use this as a practice that really supports me and really creates a lot of shift in me. I sit with sound therapy stuff constantly, whether it's a tuning fork session or a sound bath with sound bowls or whatever. Maybe sometimes I go to an inner dance session, right? Whatever it is, it's some type of energetic work, right? It could be Reiki, but whatever it is, there is remembrance happening when you're in these things, especially if you bring that intention to the table that you get to remember what it is that you get to remember at this time. It's going to create a lot of shifts inside your body. This is a healing modality we've always had, but we've forgotten about. And if you want to draw from its power, again, it's time to tune in, whether that is with analog, being there in its presence with the actual instruments, or digital, right, where you get to hear it. I've received blessings from both. And I'm going to emphasize this. I'm actually going to a big part of what's creating this remembrance is being in the energy of the frequencies, right? What's happening more frequently. And if you're constantly in the energy and the frequency of people that just drown themselves in the consumption of alcohol or in the consumption of all the sad things happening in the world, or in the consumption of what are they consuming, right? Or consuming a bunch of junk food that just doesn't support their lives. It doesn't support them. What are you doing? Because that's what you're activating inside of you. If you can activate the things that, the frequencies that we are designed to be in, that for thousands of years we've been with these beautiful tuning forks and beautiful music, right? That like shifts and informs you and moves your neural pathways in a way that they're designed for more creativity. You are remembering more, you're activating more parts of you that were dormant. I could just not emphasize this enough. And it's interesting to me because I've met people who have done activations just for a season of their life and they're like, oh, you know, like whatever, it didn't work. Well, did you pay attention? Did you tune into what did change? Did you notice the things that were happening around you and for you and through you, right? And all the prepositions, like tune in, check it out, because things are shifting. I love working one-on-one with people. I do alignment guidance work, and it's been epic because I've seen people call in something in their life and within a few months it's there, sometimes even faster. But having said that, we're in the energy and the frequency and the thing that we're calling in, so then it becomes alive. And we get to learn from it, whether or not that's a romantic partnership that lasted a lifetime or lasted, you know, a month. We learned from it, right? Whether that was like you started your business and you began to take on momentum, you know, and maybe you paused. There's so many different things that can happen for you. Are you in the frequencies of the things that you're consuming that are supporting the remembrance and the activations instead of the dormancies of things? You know what those dormancies feel like, you're already experiencing it. So I feel really called to share with you, like what's gonna support you right now is really fucking getting into those energy shifts, those frequencies, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's you working with someone one-on-one really more deeply, maybe it's you becoming a practitioner of these things, right? There's something for you in this. And so maybe this is a confirmation for some of you. You're like, oh my God, I was already looking into being a Reiki practitioner, or I was thinking about, you know, getting certified in sound therapy or whatever it is, right? Art therapy, whatever it is that you feel you've been called to. But there is this practice about being in the frequencies. What are you consuming? What's your dieta, your diet? Wow. Pile 2, thank you for being here. This is way more intense than I thought it was gonna be. This is awesome. So I'm gonna let you see the cards again while I finish this up, because this is some rich stuff right here for you to be in. And yeah, really trying to make sure that it has the same color on it. You don't have all this crazy lighting going on. But yeah, all of this is your reminder to please not stop, keep going, and like you've got this. And yeah, drop it in the comments if this resonates for you. And if you want to book a discovery call with me or a personal reading, obviously, those links are down there too. So check them out. I would love to connect with you and bring some clarity on perspective possibilities you've got coming up. So yeah, thank you. Enjoy. And I will now move on to pile number 3. What is it that you can transmute? What can you transmute at this time? So, wow, pile 2 was exciting. I mean, all of them have been cool, but it was just more came through than I could have anticipated. The beautiful reminders of our bodies. I love it so much. So, some of you might be coming from pile 2. So if you are, welcome to pile number 3. And let's check it out. So what I'm really tuning in for you is something you're creating a shift around, like some pain point, some discomfort that you're bringing a different energy to. It's like it's time to turn it into a different energy. It's time to alchemize it, transmute, change. And that number 111, if you look at it carefully, yeah, that is there. The Merkaba is there. Yeah, some symbolism for you, just in case that resonates. Wow, we already got 2 major arcana. No, we got 3 major arcana. Okay, I am gonna pull the camera down so you can see this for yourself. Fuck. I'm like, wait, what? There it is. 3 major arcana. Are you kidding me? With the Fool coming out, the Devil, and the Hermit? Okay, what's gonna support you right now as you are working on transmuting and changing and shifting what you are experiencing is going to actually be this brand new start. And what does it have to do with? Well, what I'm getting here for some of you is hardcore work, hardcore Capricorn career energy. And then there's this other really beautiful part about, and even with the Devil here, both of them feel so hardcore, like, look inside. What's going on inside? What are perhaps some things that have you feeling trapped in the box, chained? There's a light inside of you. What is the light trying to guide you towards? So yeah, there's this really great, this is so interesting. I really want to share with you. If you have not been in a practice of breath work or being in the practice of a yoga practice or some type of movement practice, really consider being in that now, because that's going to help jumpstart all of this pain transmutation, all of this discomfort transmutation, all of this stuff that you're working to change. I also just, a dream I had last night just came to my mind, so that let me know, dream. You had a dream. When I say that, not only do I mean this overarching thing, but like you had a dream recently that was interesting to you, that like felt mysterious. So the more you tune into these things, what has you feeling chained and where is the light inside of you, you're gonna have clarity on what that dream meant for you. Wow, okay. Okay, battle 2. This is, look what was under the deck. Passions, 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 passions. I actually feel like for some of you there's some romantic stuff going on that's creating a lot of discomfort, which let me tell you, I know, especially speaking as a Libra. Yeah, there is some conflict with a really important authority figure. You've got some conflict going on, and that authority figure could literally, like, it could feel like a parent or a spouse, even if, you know what I mean? Like literally, it doesn't matter the husband or wife or what the dynamic is. It's like you're going to feel like in some way this person means that much to you, and there's conflict going on. There is discomfort. The heat is up. This makes perfect sense. Yeah, you're really transmuting. So what else is going to support you during this time? If moon cycles is ever anything you've paid attention to, like when the moon is full or quarter, or yeah, let that be helpful to you right now. Like that message came through too. Oh my God, and there it is anyway. And there it is anyway, the moon cycles. How can you allow them to be supportive to you? Maybe you already have a practice around the moon. Maybe it's even around your cycle, right? As a man, that would be in the 24 hours, your hormonal cycle. For a woman, that would be within 28, days, the moon cycle, your hormone cycle. Yeah. What cyclically is going on for you? It's time to check that out, because that's going to support you. So to me, this is telling me also about seasons. What season is it for you? Again, you get to tune in and figure that out, because whichever one it is, it's going to help you create this transmutation. It's going to help you create that change. It's going to help you feel like you're not in the, like you're like, you know what your next steps are. Yep, that's really what's going to support you. What season are you in? And that season will dictate what gets to be next, right? If you are, for example, in the spring season, it's time to allow things to grow. Continue to just water, do the things that are going to support that, right? If you are in the summertime, you are in that season where things are, you're having to, pick and prune and do all the things, right? Like, do those things, harvest what gets to be harvest, but fully harvest time is in the fall, right? Where you're harvesting all the things you're saving for winter. So like the summer stuff is the fresh stuff, the like wheat and that grains, and that's all coming through in the fall. And those are the ones that will germinate, during the winter season. So yeah, tune into the seasons. It sounds so funny talking about, gardening, but these are the things this is how we live life, whether or not you're doing it digitally or you're doing it physically, right? There's like something you're planting and growing either with your creativity or with your, with your business. All of it is it's all still creative. Yeah, that's the big thing I'm getting for this pile. Interesting. That is super supportive for you at this time. Yeah. I'm checking and like tuning in. Is there anything else that wants to come through? I will draw a last message from here. Like what one? Oh, there we go. 2 things want to come through. Oh, wow. Okay. What do you get to move on from? Like it's time. And then creating multiple streams, multiple directions. Perhaps something wants to bring your attention to multiple things, but you've been focusing in on one of them and one of them's gotta go. So what else do you get to create the streams for, create the directions for? I'm really strongly getting direction for this. 48 and 36. Yeah, super key, super helpful. Yeah, what has already served its purpose, what's already done the thing, and then how many new directions can you create because you already tuned in and you found out what was holding you back. That's going to help you transmute. That's what's going to help you create the shift and the change. Wow, that's really beautiful. Muy interesante. Very, very interesting. There's a lot of blue going on here too, actually, and this is interesting. Yeah, bluish green tones. Maybe that means something to you. Maybe that's why. For me, blue is my favorite color, and it's a lot of calm energy and creating calibration to things rather than the really strong counterbalance. Bringing it back to just this slight counterbalance of the scales. This is a way deeper imbalance going on. And can you create just a little bit of that slight counterbalance, returning things back? That's really fun. Yeah, so just bringing in this really beautiful reminder to you of what will support you right now. So yeah, be with that movement, be with those practices that support you, and yeah, like I'm excited for you, pile number 3. This is really cool. I love seeing what it is that will support you at this time and like this change you're gonna make. Because there was so much major arcana, the big reminder here is that this is a big change. This is something that's gonna shift things, and that's why it feels so uncomfortable. It makes perfect sense because there's, what you're used to and there's where you're headed. And so can you meet those? And of course, I can tell you this all day and you can choose to not do what's gonna support you. You could choose to remain in the discomfort and just not do anything about it or try to ignore it or whatever. And, that's where you're gonna be. And if you're ready for something different, then you're gonna make that happen. You're gonna catch the wave. I think I told this to pile number 1, you're gonna catch the wave. So yeah, whether, I can support you in that with the one-on-one work I do or somebody else, that's great. Like I really support you in your intuition development, your 5 senses tapped into and tuned into. And this really helps you make awesome investments, create some really beautiful innovations in your field, and really creates a lot of alignment for you to have clarity on your path and where you're headed, and being able to enjoy the process and not feel like you gotta be in that hurry. Just in case you missed it at the beginning of this video, La Dolce Vita Retreat taking place in Tuscany, Italy this summer. is a retreat I feel so called to share with you. There is this beautiful Souls of Coherence Retreats that has built this up, and they have retreats that happen around the world, and this one's in Italy, and I feel like it is such a beautiful tune in, such a feminine energy to really recalibrate yourself and tune in and just have this amazing experience that will change your life. So wonderful. So thank you for being here. I am very honored. And if this resonates, please leave it in the comments. How does this resonate with you? I look forward to hearing from you. And yeah, find me on Instagram at Authentic Lourdes and check out AuthenticLourdes.com, where we've got some beautiful fashion, art, beauty, and skincare. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you later. Ciao.